Hello, my name is Tom Grieva. I'm Vice President of Retail Fixtures here at Jahabow, and today we're going to show you a few of the cases and counter work that we do for the cannabis industry. This particular case right here is called our 420 case. It was specifically designed for cannabis. It offers a lot of nice features. In the front here you can see a nice shallow display area which works great for cannabis products for retail. It offers a locking door. It allows you to set your planogram and lock it and keep it in place so the customer can make his choices. It offers a nice display area inside here. It has LED lighting, and on the back side it offers different options. You can get drawers, storage doors, wire baskets that pull out, lots of different options. These cases that Jahabow provides, including counters and millwork, are manufactured right here in central Missouri. This is a case we designed specifically here at Jahabow for the cannabis industry. We call it the greenhouse case. It's designed using our Jahabow mechanical joint aluminum frame system. And this case is typically used in a dispensary for a center fixture offering feature presentations. It's easily merchandised with a hinge door. It has a lighted LED deck. And different options are available here. We can do wood legs, we can do metal legs, different colors to match your decor. We can even offer a USB charging system built into the case. The back side can offer drawers, storage doors, that type of thing. Here we have an example of a smell table designed and manufactured here at Jahabow. These can be customized to fit your needs. They can offer lights, non-lighted. We can do a float leg like we have here where you can see it looks like a table leg. The glass top display areas are easily removable with suction cups that we provide with the unit. It allows you to put feature merchandise down inside. So Jahabow was founded in 1973 using this frame system right here. So it's a mechanical joint aluminum frame system. We've been making them since 1973, and that's what this case is made out of here. We call this our standard frame system. We also offer what we call a higher security version that we developed a few years ago, and it's called a TDL system, theft deterrent level. And this is our TDL3, and you can see how it's made. Very heavy duty, offers double layer of glass and polycarb, and we sell this a lot in the firearm and high-end electronics industry. And if you have a need in the cannabis industry for your dispensary where you want something that's more of a secure display case, we can offer that as well. Thank you very much. My name is Tom Grieva. I'm Vice President of Retail Fixtures here at Jahabow. We are all things showcase. We can supply all of your interior decor package for your dispensary needs. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on our webinar this afternoon for dispensary design and execution. And today I will talk with you. I'm Tom Grieva. I'm Vice President of Retail Fixtures for Jahabow. And we also have as panelists, we have Lynn Falk with Retailworks. She's going to be talking to us about retail and dispensary design. And David Morrissey is going to talk to us about his offerings with Cannabis Experts. Okay. All right, so just to let you know a little bit about Jahabow. So we've manufactured high quality commercial cases here in central Missouri since 1973. You can see on this slide, just showing a few of our cannabis specific fixtures that we offer. Again, I want to stress Jahabow is a U.S. manufacturer. We operate in 200,000 square feet here in Owensville, Missouri. We have a variety of standard showcases that we can offer, but about 80% of everything we do has some sort of custom nature to it. We set the standard for the industry. We have decades, we have cases that are out there for decades and decades. They pretty much, the design wears out before the case usually wears out. We support all different types of markets, electronics, jewelry, sporting goods, and we do work with either one store or we do large national chains. So we'll be built from one case up to 10,000. And those are all made right here in our factory here in Owensville. So one of the questions now that you're looking at your dispensary design is this style showcase my only option? So we've went to several shows over the last few years, and that's what people ask me. When they think showcase, they think this unit here, which is we call it an EV or an extra vision case. Now we build these every day. We build thousands of these, and we'd be glad to build them for you. But there's lots of other options. So the answer to that question is definitely not. We can offer many options for your dispensary needs. And just to kind of give you an idea of some of the things, we can do counter work, starting left to right there. We do countertop displays out of acrylic as well. We can do the extra vision cases. We've got some cases we've designed specifically, like the 420 case. And it's a very hot seller right now, as well as the greenhouse display case. That's a hot seller. And those are two unique designs to Jahabow that we've created for cannabis specifically. So 80% of what we manufacture is custom in nature. So don't be afraid to ask us a question about what we can do. So in addition to casework, we also do all the millwork. So millwork and counters would be anything like your POS stations, storage counters, those kinds of things, even back room cabinets, break room areas, things like that. We work in all kinds of materials, woods, laminates, melamines, solid surface, that type of thing. So some of the things that I've been asking as we go to the shows and talk with the dispensary owners, they're not sure what they need to do next. So I ask them these questions, just basic questions to think about. And maybe some of you have already done this work. But question one is, what is the look and feel that I'm looking for in my dispensary? Are you looking for a value, quick sale, quick transaction type dispensary, or are you looking for more of a boutique look? And that's one of those basic questions you ask, and then we can help you work with your cases to meet that design requirement. Another question is, what's my merchandise plan? What product lines am I going to have? What quantities am I going to carry? Where am I going to store them? How many am I going to display? Do I have any branding things to deal with? Those things can all be incorporated into your display fixture package. Big operational piece is number 3. What is my sales transaction and operational process? That has a lot to do with the case, because the cases can be tailored to match that process. So I'm going to show you an example here in just a little bit of a request from a dispensary owner because he wanted a certain sales process in his dispensary. So think about that. Is it a consultative approach? Is it a quick sale approach, transaction, that type of thing? Think of those things as you're looking at your designs. And number 4, what security concerns do I have about my product in my cases? Do you plan to leave product in cases overnight? Because you kind of saw in the video, we do offer our TDL series, which we deem as a high secure display case. We have some great videos on our website, and I'd be glad to send you a link to them. Shows people trying to break into them in real life in very tough situations. So so here you go. There's a picture of secure display cases that has a special frame system, and they're extremely durable. And there's different municipalities require different regulations and different things. So we'd be glad to work with you and your designer and your architect and GC as to your requirements and see how we can fit those. So talk about the planning. So, Lynn is going to show us some things in a little bit about, real planning, but this is kind of, we start anywhere in the process that you are, where are you today? And some people have full design packages. Some people have full architecturals, GCs selected, all that. Other times we get sketches like on the left-hand part of your screen here, so which is fine. We'll work on either one. So if you look at the left-hand part of the screen, it's just sketches. There's some ideas there, and the person's thinking about where their merchandise is going, and we can talk that through with you, and we'll have a consultative meeting with you, a conference call or a Zoom. And then on the right there, that shows a little bit more information, like maybe you have your building figured out and you have architecturals done, but you have cases or something here, but you're going to need us to help you talk through that, and we'd be glad to help you figure out what you need there to fill that. Now here it shows a little bit further progression in how an order would work. So we'd start with one of those scenarios on the previous slide. This is an actual Jahabow store with our 420 cases in a store in Washington. And you can see down below, it has the back side's actually open. Now this is recreational, of course, in Washington, so their rules are obviously different than Missouri, but in different states, but they can have them wide open. And they were interested in extremely quick transaction sales. So you can see the multiple POS stations built into this counter. And then in the back, they don't even want to have to open a door or a drawer. They just want to slide out the basket, select the item, make the sale. And so that's a good example of going from concept right to an actual store. As you get into the process of manufacturing your cases, a lot of times you'll be working with a general contractor and a designer. And so we will interpret their designs, and then we will do shop drawings for approval, which is good. It's good for everybody because we want to make sure we interpreted your design correctly. Your designer and your GC want to make sure that these are being built the way they should and that they're going to work in the store. And so this is just an example of a shop drawing that we would have done from a design drawing, and then it gets sent, and then they sign off on it, and then we go into production. So what I would like to ask you to do is after you see the rest of this webinar, and write down your questions and just contact us, schedule a meeting with our team. And I want to talk about our team. We have an awesome team here at Jahabow, a lot of experience. So again, I'm Tom Grieva. I'm Vice President of Retail Fixtures here at Jahabow. I've been doing this for about 30 years and in all kinds of retail, and including installation, design, and manufacture. Kendall Mueller is our business manager. She has 25 years experience as well. And then Becky Gerloff and Tammy Havelke, they are the folks that are going to take care of the actual detail work internally. Make sure your design is run through the shop and communicated to the manufacturing people correctly. And Becky has 20 years experience with Jahabow and the retail fixtures, custom retail fixtures. And Tammy is also awesome. She has 13 years experience as well. So we have a team here ready to support you, and we'd be glad to schedule a Zoom meeting or a conference call with you to discuss your projects with you. So thank you very much for your time. And now I think we're going to move over to Lynn.
Thank you, Tom. Well, and I can give you some background while they're getting my slide up. So I've been a retail designer for 30 years. There we go. Thank you. And our company, Retailworks, is actually 25 years old this year. And we specialize in consumer behavior, designing spaces that actually affect user behavior to ultimately increase the bottom line. So there are many variables that we can manipulate in a built environment, particularly a retail environment. And our goal really is to create engaging, informative spaces that people respond positively to. And I'm not sure if you've all heard out there, but in the neuromarketing world, they say that over 80% of all of our purchase decisions are actually made with our right brain. And our right brain actually represents our emotional side of things. So we do want to make sure when we're designing a space that we design it appropriately to engage, inform, and literally connect to that emotional part of our brain. And I have a wonderful team, all women. We do have some men that we subcontract with as necessary, but most of our work is done in-house, and we have several artists, graphic designers, interior designers, marketing professionals, and we all consider ourselves brand fanatics. So anytime we're designing for a retailer, we're always looking to tell that retailer's story and create a very strong brand and make sure it's integrated throughout the entire shopping environment. You can go to the next slide, please. So we can come in and help on a very limited basis, just as consultants, to maybe look at a layout or look at a color palette, look at fixture design, or we can do the entire thing from start to finish. And our process on the left there is the more comprehensive process. So starting with exploration and analysis, kind of our discovery phase, where we get to know you. We send out a detailed questionnaire, digital questionnaire for you to answer. And then we get into phase 2, which is the programming and design development piece. And that's where we create 3-dimensional renderings so you can actually see what the space could look like. And then the third phase is the design, refinement, and documentation. That's a very detailed process. We create specification schedules for fixtures, furniture, finishes, signage, decorative accessories, all custom pieces, and also create construction documents. And we will work with an architect as whenever necessary. We have some that those are some of the people that we subcontract with, but we'll also work with architects in your area. We work all over the country and in Canada. And then the design implementation process, that's being available to answer questions through that construction process. So we work closely with Jahabow when they fabricate some of our custom fixtures and showcases for our clients. We want to make sure that the integrity of that design is withheld throughout the entire construction process and fabrication process. And then the phase 5 is the finishing touches. A lot of times retailers really need us to make sure that everything looks fabulous before the grand opening or even the soft opening. And then 6 months down the road, we can do a post-occupancy evaluation that can be done virtually, but we want to make sure that the design is doing what it's supposed to do, and we will tweak if necessary. And then the last phase we always say is, well, hopefully you're going to be opening up another store and we can help you. The lists on the right are items that we touch on when we do our discovery. If you already have a store, these are some of the things that we would be looking at to analyze to see if they are working for you versus working against you. We really leave no stone unturned. We look at everything. We're very holistic in how we approach design. And if you don't have a store and you're opening your first store, obviously we would make sure that we're looking at all of these things as well. So it's pretty comprehensive. Next slide, please. So these are some examples of our work, and this particular first client was actually a collaboration with Jahabow. And I've actually been working with Jahabow for about 25 years, and they've been doing some of our custom work more recently. This one was just completed a couple years ago in Ripon, Wisconsin. It's a family-owned third generation jeweler, and everything in here was custom. And we went down to the studs and recreated the entire store. Next slide, please. And this is the other side of the store. Again, showing the illuminated showcases. And then even on the wall there, you can see some textured wall covering, and flanking those textured wall panels, I should call them, are actually changing LED lights. So we can get quite fancy. We also did hanging chandelier, actually had lights and crystals up and down the entire store. So you can see in the upper left of this photo, a little glimpse of that kind of architectural sculptural ceiling piece. Next slide, please. This was a rendering that we did for a gentleman who is looking to open up a cannabis store here in Milwaukee. Right now, he's still in the kind of the exploration phase, so he's not open, but we came up with several fun ideas for him, including a green ceiling, some interesting finishes for the front of his transaction counter. Also in the front of the store, we were looking at some compatible merchandise. So apparel, accessories, things that were holistic in general from the standpoint of making sure that it was compatible to the cannabis itself. Next slide, please. This is a completely different look for a gift shop in the John Michael Kohler Museum in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. This was a complete redo as well, and custom fixtures, all new finishes and lighting. Just again, sort of some interesting different themes and brands as that you can see are very strong in the designs that we create. Next slide, please. We do a lot of work in the natural food industry, and of course one of their departments is a health and wellness section. So we are also always looking at merchandising and displays for those particular items in that department. This happens to be pictures from a natural food store called Outpost Natural Foods here in Milwaukee. They have 4 different locations. We've worked on all of them. Next one, please. And we also do some holistic healthcare, and this was actually a kid's dentist in a suburb north of Milwaukee. But again, you can see we work with walls, colors, flooring, custom counters, transaction, reception counters, soffits, furniture, furnishings, fixtures, the whole thing. Next slide, please. We also do quite a few shoe stores throughout the country. This one happens to be in Pennsylvania. Most of these fixtures are custom made. We also designed this wall covering that we put in a sepia tone and then actually colored the gentleman's hat, which just kind of made for a nice backdrop for that checkout area. Next slide, please. And then finally, sometimes, as I said, we're just called in to be a consultant or to maybe design one particular fixture. In this case, this is a retailer out in North Carolina. She asked us to design a checkout counter for her store. And Jahabow was the fabricator on this one, and it really turned out well. It really answers both form and function. We gave her a questionnaire, a lengthy questionnaire ahead of time. She had quite a few things that she needed this piece to do for them. And we were able to hit on every item, every element. Next slide, please. So that kind of gives you an overview of our company and all the things we can do. So again, small, large, we work all over the country, and we're happy to work with a local architect and or general contractor if you have those, that you have those alliances and partnerships that you would like to keep. So thank you again, Tom, and I think we're going to hand it over to David now.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Lynn. The slides to come up. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for taking time out of your schedule to join us for the call. My name is Dave Morrissey. I'm the president of Cannabis Experts. And basically what Cannabis Experts is, we are a value-added distributor in the cannabis space, very focused on helping Missouri licensees bring their businesses up as cost-effectively, quickly, with great ideas that we can help bring to the table, Jahabow being one of those, certainly. So basically, we're a pick and shovel company in the green rush. Security solutions, data networking, backup for that. Really anything that you've got that's involved in building out your dispensary, cultivation, manufacturing facility, we can help with great ideas for that. Good example, a testing lab we're working with, we did a site evaluation where we brought a security team, furnishing, vehicles. We're really doing kind of an end-to-end solution for them. So our goal is we want to understand what your goals are and really be able to come up with great ideas, good partners, multiple options for you in each one of those categories. Ultimately, we can also, from a long-term standpoint, we want to leave behind a resource center. So what a resource center is going to be a website that's branded as your company, that you can do all your purchasing for all your consumables month in and month out over that site and take advantage of distributor pricing across the board on that. One of my partners on the phone, Jason Hughes, owns Accent. He's going to go through a little bit about Accent, but basically we have the ability to warehouse and distribute from here literally anything that you're running your dispensary, cultivation, manufacturing facility with, and do that and let you do it in a looking at bulk pricing fashion, and warehouse those things for you. So, but then the branded site is kind of a way to help you control your spend, have a site that is branded as a company and really help you with your brand as well. We can help with signage, printing, promotional, apparel, anything that you're putting your logo on, we'll have solutions for that. And can provide those for you in a real easy fashion to procure. Basically, our goal, as you know, in getting into this, realizing that there's a lot of really good Missouri partners for these spends, and folks that are either building call it a dispensary. You know, there's a lot of different things you're going to spend money on. My goal and my value should be helping you find partners that are local first, and being able to call me and have me pull together multiple ideas and multiple solutions in each one of those spend categories and take advantage of distributor pricing across the board. Next slide. So you look at the cannabis market space and you look at all the different areas of purchasing, your ability to take advantage of economies of scale, because I'm bringing multiple groups to the table for a manufacturer, does provide you value there and should give you better pricing, as everybody's trying to do this in a cost-effective but efficient way. We don't really have a singular focus. We're somewhat vendor agnostic, but we want to be able to make sure that we partner with companies that, first of all, local, but then are also going to be able to fit your needs. We engage subject matter experts. Cannabis experts is almost a play on words. I'm not an expert at this, but I have great partners that are. So my job is to bring those ideas and those people to the table and bring them to you. We're working with a number of different licensees. As I said, we have a testing lab that we've done really an end-to-end solution for, and I know it's made their life a lot easier. They have other jobs besides building out their facility, and be able to call me and engage a number of different options for them has made their life a lot easier. Next slide. So here's a list of some of our great partners. You see Jahabow here. We have an upcoming call tomorrow. Also, it's going to be a recruiting call. A lot of you on the phone probably got that. About recruiting and staffing. We have a partner for that, Executive Security. And then we have a call on Thursday as well. We're going to have Futurola, Evolve, and Gateway. But we continue to grow our partners list, and we try to make it, like I said, once again, trying to focus on local partners, and then making sure we have a thorough list of options for our clients. Next slide. Office furniture. So in my past life, 2 years ago, I spent 18 years with some partners in a startup office supply company that was bought by Office Depot. So that's been 2 years ago. I maintain a relationship with that company, and I can tap into any of the furniture resources that we worked with. The company was Regency, and now Regency powered by Depot. So we have options for office furniture and something we can do there as well. Next slide. Can do design, build out, help with the construction. Next slide. And to this point, so companies are going to create a brand, and this is a client from the company that was purchased by Depot, Pearl Vision. We handled all their locations nationwide. They did all their swag, promotional items, apparel, giveaways, print material. So picture this Pearl Vision front page, or this is really what's called the wireframe, where the things would sit. Picture that being your brand, and having a store for you to do outward promoting with, but also just to run things more efficiently behind the scenes, and have one place to go for your 5 dispensaries to go all the purchasing over. You get one pre-coded, pre-sorted bill at the end of the month. Next slide. Again, company stores. You know, we can tap into any brands you could imagine from an apparel standpoint, promotional items, things that are very efficient from a one-off purchasing too. So purchasing one at a time, the decoration process, being able to purchase one at a time. But I know a lot of your t-shirts and things like that, we can warehouse those for you and just make it really efficient to distribute those. Next slide. And that dovetails into Jason Hughes and Accent. I couldn't have a better partner of this for our long-range goal of, we want to help everybody spend your money as efficiently and wisely as possible, and do it as locally as possible. But then from a long-term standpoint, we really want to be your partner to help you create a brand and help you run your business in an efficient way. And later on, a little down the road, we'll do some calls where we show the websites we can create and hopefully do one for you. Jason.
Hi, I'm Jason Hughes, president of Accent Group Solutions. And as David said, we've come alongside cannabis experts and some other businesses in the related fields to provide efficiencies. We got our start as we design, create, and manage. Really what we're printers early on. And as that world's kind of changed, so have we. And we've changed our go-to-market strategy. So we have on-site designers. We have physical plants. We have 163,000 square feet that we operate a digital printing facility. We also have a facility down in Lake of the Ozarks, where we have traditional offset finishing and mailing capabilities. We too early on got involved with Dave in his relationship with Regency and Office Depot, and have since become a tier 1 supplier and provider for those companies as well. So when Dave talks about efficiencies and bringing some buying power, we work together to go find greatness so that we can bring a better service and better pricing to you guys. So some of our client benefits simply are because of our square footage and our storage. We're centrally located. We're in St. Louis, Missouri. So we're able to get to the coast. We're able to get to planes, trains, and automobiles, if you will, and keep it efficient. So there's some scalability so that your out-of-pocket cost isn't enormous, but you're able to work within your budgeting and how your business is growing. So that can be anywhere from greenhouse supplies all the way up to your furnishings and what the folks Lynn and Tom are talking about in their products as well. So scalability becomes very important. We also bring some efficiencies to where we're able to keep your costs low for providing staffing and how we package and how we distribute and how we ship. Whether you're in state or whether you go into multiple locations, we're able to bring those cost savings and efficiencies to you.
Awesome.
We are women owned. We are powered by women. I know Lynn said you have all women, and sometimes you'll deal with us pesky men. And we do have some great programs that we have in place here. Unfortunately, when the virus is not here, but we're a vocational program for special school district in the St. Louis area. So we're able to put young men and women to work learning a trade, and then they at times have an option to stay and work in our facility, whether it's order pulling or production or manufacturing, or we help try to find them a place out into the community so they're able to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks, Jason. No, I'd say kind of in summary is that the casing is certainly a big part of building out a dispensary and a huge part of the spend, and really important that, all the areas that you think of and are in the forefront of your mind, or the things that are those details that you'd like somebody else to help you with or help coordinate. There's where we can really be of value is you can provide, one phone call to Dave and our team will put things together and hopefully get you meaningful meetings with multiple folks and be able to have a big impact on how this goes for you. Like all my contact info is on the emails that went out, but thanks everybody for your time. Thanks a bunch, Tom.
Well, I appreciate everybody's time this afternoon. We have your contact information. We're going to send follow-ups to you as well, but you can email me or go to our website and send an inquiry, but we'll send some follow-up emails out. And if you have any questions, you can get a hold of me. You can get a hold of Lynn or Dave. You can get a hold of me and I can dole them out to whoever's responsibility fits best. So thanks a lot on behalf of everyone here at Jahabow. Have a good afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, everybody.